What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Big Gucci Max, and today we're back to a female cop gets caught seducing inmates. If you're new, drop a like, subscribe, roll to 500 subs. Let's get into the video, man.
Banyan,
let's see what is going on.
A prison officer being accused of sleeping with an inmate.
You felt me, I was like soaking through my clothes.
After hearing rumors from other officers that had seen her and Jason Parker together, an investigation was opened up. Charlene thinks she flew under the radar and got away, but what she doesn't know is that the detectives have all the evidence they need, and they're about to expose and embarrass her in the most brutal way possible.
You got a lot of that head game. Oh my God.
Rossable.
What he said?
A lot of that
You got a lot of that fucking head game.
head game. Oh.
She better start capping. She better mean like, yo, like her nodding game is insane. She better get to line, bro, cause they caught you in 4K audio. I ain't gonna lie.
My God.
Right from the start, Charlene plays innocent and pretends she doesn't know anything about the allegations.
We're notified of a possible improper relationship between you and Jacob Parker. So we're here for that. I just kind of want to talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
No.
None at all?
Charlene is sure that this will work, but the detectives have much more evidence than they're letting on.
And we're
I ain't gonna lie. If they ask you something as specific as jail phone calls, that means they have the evidence. But they're gonna ask you about some shit they don't know about, bro. I mean, obviously she has to deny. She can't just say yeah, because then at that point, you know, she's admitting to guilt. But come on, how stupid enough can you be to talk to the nigga about what you were doing with him on a jail phone call? It literally tells you right before you pick up a phone call from jail, this phone call will be recorded.
where would you think that this allegation would come from if there's nothing to it?
Well, I had a feeling this was coming. So there was an inmate named Coker, Justin Coker.
Okay.
He got out of here for I don't know what period of time. And he tried to contact me on Facebook. He sent me a message and I blocked him on Facebook. And I guess one time Parker was going back to Pequot to use the bathroom and he was talking like at the window with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Coker like didn't like that, which I had no contact with him or anything. And Parker had told me that he had gone up to him and was like, don't talk to her or something crazy like that.
So I'm just not trying to be rude here. I'm just,
Yeah.
Why would you expect this conversation to come up from that? Like now, if that happened a few months ago.
Charlene claims that the only time she's had contact with Jason was a single time outside the jail bathroom, and it was a jealous inmate that started the...
So what I'm saying right now for my Batman detective skills, you know what I mean? I think I'm a good detective of lies, you know what I'm saying? So basically this Cooker guy was probably her old jail inmate boyfriend, which is insane. Because, you know, you're a woman, why you... I mean, I understand why they fucking her. I'm saying they have no options. But you literally are free. You have all the options in the world, my brother. You risking your job. You're risking everything to talk to a dude who committed crime and he's going over his life. You know what I'm saying? So Cooker was probably her old thing. They probably broke up. Jason started fucking on that nigga old thing. And then Cooker snitched. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be that Cooker heard Jason was getting some ass from this lady right here. And decided to try to kick up himself, and she said she ain't want none. He snitched, so she should have just fucked both of them. And you know what I'm saying,
rumor.
she probably would have had a job
The
still.
detective is about to share
But then again, it is like a never-ending
instantly
loop.
proves that Charlene
Because at that point, she gotta fuck every inmate just to.
started
so
the rumor.
a never-ending loop.
But the detective is about to share some evidence that instantly proves that Charlene is hiding something.
I don't know exactly how it started, like who it started from, but I was told that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls, and there's jail calls between you and Parker, and all that stuff's recorded. So
It literally says
I
that.
don't think you're being completely truthful. Well, I kind of know that you're not, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kind of trying to lay it out on the table for you.
Mm-hmm.
So can you kind of tell me what's going on?
I guess a few years ago, we talked, and then I ended up here, and then he ended up here. I didn't know he was here. I didn't it wasn't anything like that. And
Apparently, Charlene and Jason knew each other before prison and messed around before they both ended up here.
That makes sense.
This led to them joking around with each other here, but nothing else. Or at least, that's what she claims. In reality, the cops have recorded phone calls from inside the prison that tell a completely different story.
So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone. I thought
No,
you were
I just
talking
mean
about phone.
conversations y'all are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like sexual?
Well, I'm not saying having phone sex, talking about sexual acts. From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him oral sex at some point, is what I gather from these calls.
No, that was like in the world, but we never dated. We just.
Okay. What kind of conversations have you had with him since you started working here and he's been in the jail?
I don't know, just talking about what would happen after he got out.
And then the jail call recordings, have you been talking to him like while you're at home? Like he calls you from the jail while you're at home, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just 15 minutes into this interrogation, Charlene's original story is seeming less and less like the truth. She's been caught in multiple lies, admitted to having sexual relations with Jason in the past, and calling him regularly from her own home. This is highly irregular behavior for a prison officer, and it doesn't take a genius to realize something deeper may be going on. But the detective has some more questions pertaining to some more physical evidence.
See, she's fucking retarded though, bro. Because if you work in the jail already, right? So obviously you have access to the inmates. That's one. And two, what she should have did was, instead of taking a phone calls from the jail phone, she should have bought that nigga a phone. She could have snuck him in a phone, because you know it happens all the time. The CEO sneaking stuff for people all the time. You know what I'm saying? She could have bought that nigga an Android or some shit. She could have been paying his monthly line or got him like some rechargeable shit. But she could just recharge it so don't got no trace in her name. Gave him the phone, and then when he want to talk to her, he just pull out the little Android and just call her, you know what I mean, late at night and shit like that while she chilling in the crib. And that way they don't got the jail phone thing, and he could just call her from like a burner phone. Like she got like 2 burner phones or some shit. I don't know, but she's moving retarded, bro. Like she's moving wonk. I know you like me when I can call like that.
Apparently there may be some talk.
See, me, if I'm a CEO and I got a bitch in jail, buying like I said, buying her phone, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And the calls about like photographs. Have you given him any photographs?
Mm-mm. I gave him a photograph of his mom, which she had asked for, and of his dog, Jax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you given him any photographs?
How long he in jail for?
No, because...
If I was, I would just waited.
What we're going to be doing is like looking at cameras and stuff too. Has there been any times where y'all were alone?
Mm-mm.
Or you go out of camera view or anything like that? Anything that's going to look suspicious that way?
I don't think so.
It's important to remember that Charlene has worked at this prison for a while now, and as such will know all the ins and outs of everything such as security camera blind spots and patrol officer schedules. You'd think that with all this knowledge, it'd be easy to hide a relationship with an inmate. But it seems that she forgot about a few vital pieces of information. Not least the facts that all phone calls placed from the prison are recorded.
Nigga, I knew that, and I haven't stepped foot up in a prison a day in my life. Like, I've never been in jail, bro. And I know a couple niggas have been to jail, so I guess that's probably why. But regardless, she works it. She should know that.
But thanks to the detectives, she's about to be reminded of this fact in a devastating way.
Hey, baby.
Go back.
Baby, guess what?
What, babe?
I just won the blackjack game.
Yay.
I just won $30.
I got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. I was trying to make you think I have all these secret things.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
What?
Honestly, girls are so weird, bro. Like, why you trying to make him fake jealous, bro? Like, girl, you know girls do shit like that, bro. For those niggas watching, bro, a girl will try to, like, she'll do stuff to provoke you, to make you think like she's cheating, even if she's not. Well, most girls do cheat, but even if she's not cheating and shit like that, just to get you jealous, bro. Like, why do girls do that, bro? Like so, I swear, like, it's so weird.
What? What do you mean?
I don't know. You probably got this weird sex swing hanging from the ceiling. Kenneth probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that sex swing, you better believe I'd leave that sucker up for you.
Oh, would you really?
Hell yeah.
You'd let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag ball and everything?
That nigga's stroking his chicken right now. He's stroking his schmeat.
Yeah, babe.
Listening to your own voice
She's a
can be
freak.
bad enough for some people, but listening to your own sexual phone calls in silence with two detectives in the room as you realize you've just been caught red-handed has got to be worse than any prison sentence there is. However, with the language they've used so far, there's no evidence that the pair have actually engaged in any sexual acts.
Is that evidence enough?
Changes quickly as Jason begins to directly incriminate Charlene on the call.
I just want you to look at me sometimes and be like, damn, my woman's fine.
Fine as wine.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a live ass fucking head game. Oh my god.
It wasn't my best moments. I was just trying to get it done.
Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that because it makes me so horny. Like just going back and thinking about that.
It gets you horny?
Oh yeah. You felt me. I was like soaking through my clothes.
Soaking is crazy.
Very easy. I always want to have sex.
Good.
Like that's not even.
Not good.
I mean, it's not like I just like look at someone. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so fucking horny. No, like of course, like I only get horny for you.
You can't see how that sounds from like my point of view.
But technically, unless that's illegal, talking to I think it might be. But let's say that is not illegal. Let's say hypothetically, because the phone call itself is not illegal. They didn't admit to doing anything. Yeah, he said that head game was crazy, but she said she knew him outside in the real world before he went to jail. So that could have been the head game from whenever before he got locked up type shit. You know what I'm saying? So she's still not technically called. Let's see.
3 years ago. No.
The audacity she has to say no after hearing that phone call is truly remarkable.
Got a lawyer.
But to her credit, she's not going down easily. The detectives try asking her if she thinks Jason would cover for her, and she still doesn't break.
He snitched!
Sticking to her story that everything that happened outside of prison. Technically, this story could still be true with this phone call, but it definitely is odd for a couple to be recounting events from over 3 years ago in such detail, especially when earlier she struggled to remember any details.
Yeah, it does make it seem more recent, but like I said, it could because you never had those conversations even with your friends, bro. They talk about like high school and shit like that. Like, nigga, I've been out of high school for not long, and we talk about moments that happened in high school and shit. Niggas be reminiscing about some funny shit or some shit that happened like a year ago where niggas did some stupid shit. Like, people recall stuff, so it can't be that crazy. But even if you link up with a girl you ain't seen in a while, bro, like, you probably hit her with, remember that time that I, you know what I'm saying, we did this, and that. She starts laughing like, oh my god, like, you know what I'm saying? So it happens, bro. It could happen. So unless it presents me with more strong evidence, so far, she's beating the case in my book.
It's about their relationship.
You talk about how profound this was, like this giving him this blowjob was, but you like don't remember anything about it. It's like telling me something, but you're having trouble coming up with details about it. You know what I mean? Like if it's that profound.
I mean, I gave him a blowjob. How do you describe the blowjob?
Yeah, it's a blowjob.
Well, I don't want to know like about the blowjob. I'm just so if this is a factual thing. Well, I don't want to know like about the blowjob. I'm just so if this is a factual thing that happened 3 years ago, I feel like you would kind of remember some stuff about it. Like I feel like,
I mean, like we sat in the car. You know.
Like when I asked you who was there. Him, of course, like when y'all met or whatever. And then when I asked like who else, you said it was like a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
But like you can remember one chick's name after you think about it for 30 seconds. So that's not making sense to me.
You seem to have blanks in your memory when we get to certain details, but you remember being groped in the blowjob from 3 years ago. I find that hard to believe. Okay? This is your one chance to be honest with us.
Yes.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping, blowjobs, vaginal, anal sex, anything, hand jobs? Yes, I am being vulgar to get a point across.
Yeah, no, it's not. None of that.
Just as the detectives say, things really aren't adding up. Yet she's still sticking to her story. Or at least she was, before a switch flipped and she said this.
And what is it?
I might have given him a blowjob in the back part of the
In the back part of the decoy? Okay. How long ago was that?
I don't know, a few months ago.
The secret's out, and Charlene has confessed.
What an idiot, bro. They had no concrete evidence on you, bro. They were just chatting, bro. I swear to God, she would have got away with it if she would just stuck to her story, bro. That's why when you stick to a lie, just stick to it, bro. I tell that to everybody in life, bro. Either tell the truth, or if you're gonna lie, just stick to it. And you better have no holes in your story. She had a lot of holes in her story, I ain't gonna lie. But it wasn't concrete holes. Like, I could argue. I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of shit I don't remember, bro. I don't remember that moment. I don't. That's what you want me to do. Just keep denying it, bro. She really just gave up, bro.
Fast. But this matter is more complex than it may seem. In cases of officer-inmate relations,
she going to jail.
The main question that arises is the issue of consent. Given that Jason and Charlene knew each other prior to being in prison...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Prisoners don't have consent. Yeah, Jason could say, yeah, I don't want to do it, but when you're in jail, you give up, like, most of your rights. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you don't really have any fucking rights while you're in prison. So, yeah, technically she raped him. Oh, she R-worded him.
It's not wrong to assume that consent went both ways in this interaction.
I said grape.
However, in these cases, that's actually completely irrelevant.
Nope.
According to a 2005 report, federal law criminalizes all sexual relations and contact between prison staff and inmates.
It is a power dynamic.
Sexual relations between staff and inmates are considered abuse, even if the act would have been considered consensual if it occurred outside of a prison. This is because of the huge amount of inmate abuse that was observed in prisons. In 1996, it was estimated that between 12 and 14% of all prison inmates had been sexually assaulted, and the officers were rarely punished. So to prevent this, a zero-tolerance policy was introduced to try and prevent abuse towards inmates. A policy, it seems, that Charlene completely ignored.
I'm gonna ask, but I feel like I know the answer. I'm losing my job.
So that's not really up to me. Internal Affairs is aware. Investigation is separate from ours because it's two totally different things. So
yeah, what kind of charges would like?
So it's illegal to have sexual contact with an inmate as an employee. So I said the ball kind of be in their court, but I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
I mean, would I go to jail?
That's up to the DA's office.
As it turns out, Charlene would lose her job, and the only time she'd ever be allowed back in jail would be for the 100 days that she'd be made to serve after being found guilty of sexual activity with a person in custody.
That's light, 100 days? Nigga, I take those to the Chenskis. Nigga, 100 days light for a real nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? If you enjoyed them, and drop a like, subscribe, roll to 500 subs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, free what's her name? Charlene? Free Charlene, man. She was just being a worker of God, you know what I mean, serving the community, making sure the inmate was getting his nut off, you know what I mean. All men deserve to nut, so she was just helping him out with that. So in my book, she's innocent. As long as everything was consensual, it's fine. But it's your boy, and I'm out.